Hi everyone, my name is Areti. I'm a research and teaching fellow with the Asher Institute, the Center for Medical Informatics. My background is in artificial intelligence, so I'm a computer scientist, and in the last 6 years or so, I've been looking at healthcare applications. So I thought that today I could discuss a little bit about how data and how artificial intelligence can change or improve the life sciences. So what is artificial intelligence? So as someone working in this field, I think that the public perception of what AI is, well, first of all, it's narrow. People think about robots, well, it's more than robots. And B, it's not really that realistic, is it? So those robots are not really taking over the world. So we're not there yet, if that's the goal. So what is it? What is artificial intelligence? This textbook here is the Bible of AI. And according to the authors, AI is understood as systems that think like humans, systems that act like humans, systems that think rationally, and systems that act rationally. So it's quite broad. And there are two schools of thought: the sort of rule-based approach and the machine learning school of thought. So I would place myself within the rule-based school of thought. And so I do what people call symbolic artificial intelligence. However, this is not what I'm going to be talking about today. So today I'm going to be focusing on machine learning, which is an area I'm not really an expert in. But I'm going to be talking about it because, well, there's been some recent advances that we cannot ignore, even if we are from a different school of thought. So machine learning, what is it? It is not magic. Really, all machine learning is pattern recognition. That's what these algorithms do. They recognize patterns in the data. So let me give you an example. Suppose you were given this set of inputs and outputs. So if you're given x, the output x equals 2, the output is 5. If you're given 3, the output is 7. 5 is 11. 10 is 21. Now suppose I give you this. What would my y be? Any ideas? Yes, it's back. Come again? 17. Yay. Now, how did you come up with 17? You found that mapping function between that x and y. Well done. That's something that humans are very good at, and it turns out machine learning is good at that too. And in fact, machine learning can do this pattern recognition and this mapping with even more complex data, multidimensional data. So if it looks like magic, it isn't. It's just able to handle more complex data. That's all it is. So how can machine learning support or improve healthcare? How is it applied to healthcare? Well, first of all, medicine is changing. The discipline is changing. It's a data-intensive discipline. So we have a growing volume of data, different types of data: genomic, imaging, lifestyle data. Data captured in electronic health records. And at the same time, we have recent advances in computational methods, so in machine learning methods, for making use of that data, for analyzing the data, making sense of it, and helping us act upon it. So what can we do? Well, we can use machine learning to discover disease biomarkers, to predict drug efficacy. Has anyone heard of the term precision medicine? So hands up. Good, excellent. So precision medicine is really, some people think, it's a new era of medicine, data-intensive medicine, where you can get a comprehensive view of the patient by this growing volume of data, and then develop therapies that are tailored to that particular patient. So personalized medicine is a different term, medicine. So having a growing body of data, and such computational methods can help us move towards a learning health system. And there's been some discussion in the last 5 or 6 years about the new era of, we need to push towards learning health systems. And can the NHS become a learning health system? So what is a learning health system? This is how the Institute of Medicine defines it. A system in which science, informatics, incentives, and culture are all aligned for continuous improvement and innovation. And at the same time having those best practices embedded in the delivery process. And any new knowledge is captured as an integral byproduct of the delivery experience. So essentially, a learning health system keeps learning. So there's this cycle here, where you start with a research question or a problem that you want to solve, you assemble data, you analyze the data, you interpret your findings, then you feed those findings back into the system, back into practice. You change practice, and then there's a new cycle, a new problem, a new research question. Now, a learning health system is a socio-technical system. So as you can see on the blue arrow there, that's more on the technical side of things, so AI and machine learning could be considered to be facilitators. While the red arrow, it's more the social sciences, so behavioral psychology, organizational theory, things like that. And I think, and I'm not the only one, I think that AI can work as a catalyst towards a learning health system. Why is that? Well, first of all, it can help us analyze data real time, effectively, so we can just very directly act upon it. For instance, you could support clinical decision making, clinical diagnosis, real time. Or you could help manage hospital resources, help improve how our services are delivered. For example, you could have a model of patient flow. You can have information about weather data, and there's new patients coming in, and you can better decide how to distribute your resources. Where should that nurse go? Where should we place that patient? At the same time, you can contribute to the more basic science side of things. So the explorative aspects of AI can help us identify new research hypotheses that are worth investigating. Are we there yet? No, we're not. And why is that? Well, several reasons. And there are many challenges. And the first one, data quality, is an important one. So no matter what computational methods you have, if your data is poor, your results are going to be poor. The impact on practice is going to be poor, or it could make things even worse. Second issue that has been discussed a lot in the last couple of years: can we trust AI? So could you trust that computer as a clinician that is telling you that the best, your patient is suffering from that disease, and the best therapy is that one over there? And I think one way to move towards trusting AI is to work towards what we call explainable AI. And this is work in progress. We haven't cracked this. Another challenge has to do with embedding AI in clinical practice. How do we do that? How do we make sure that such technical interventions are not a hindrance, but support for clinical life? NHS culture, resistance to change. How do we deal with that? And another point there is about training the medics of the future. So if medicine is changing and it's a data-intensive discipline, are you ready? Are our clinicians ready? By the way, I teach a medical informatics course in the College of Medicine. So currently all second year undergraduate medicine students are expected to take it, and I think that's a step to the right direction. So to conclude, I thought I'd answer the main question that this event poses. Is digital technology the answer to our NHS crisis? It's definitely part of the answer. I don't think it is the answer, but it's definitely part of the answer. Not only can it help us solve existing problems, but it could also help us open new doors, be innovative, think out of the box. So let's make it happen. Thank you.